So if I go to one of your seminars,
Yes.
what would you tell me?
A lot. They take their hours. There's a lot to learn. It's like saying, asking if you were to take a course. What would they say? It's a bit evolved. There's so much.
So maybe like, what are the top 3 things you need to be a good salesman?
Okay. To me, command of language. Must have it. Understanding of the process of selling. Okay. Introduction, presentation, close. The closing is the most important of all. All 3 are important. Introduction, the presentation have to be great.
Of course.
The closing is what separates the men from the boys. It's where people get nervous, okay, where there's a natural tendency not to ask. For some people are like that. You're not calling to convey information, you're calling to get the order. So the closing aspect is everything. It involves responding to objections, explaining to the client exactly what's being done here so they have full understanding, and closing the deal. It's a bit of haggling,
Would you say
negotiation.
A bit of haggling, so it's a bit of being a little pushy.
You know, everything can be said in a different way. Pushy is never good. Obnoxious is not good. Aggressive is needed. And firm, decisive, and want to direct people.
Sold. So, now what? What are you going to do for the rest of your life?
I'm going to hopefully create something in the business area, something that myself and hopefully others, can market and sell whatever product or service it may be. I've told you I'm currently involved. I studied pretty intently the subject of rare coins, numismatics. I've been doing that. But now I'm embarking on another project. And I'm also, to some extent now, involved in the entertainment business.
Yeah, you're a little bit of an artist.
A little bit of the a radio show we're trying to push, and even possible TV.
Let's do it. So what is your philosophy on life post basically an entire decade of trauma that you're coming out of?
And what's the question? Sorry.
What's your philosophy
My philosophy
on life
of
and
life.
surviving and still pursuing something?
I'll tell you that without peace of mind, you can't have it if you're doing wrong. Money is nothing if you have a bad life. People want money, but what about the other things that go with it? It's got to be, the whole has to be good. So I would say that the most important thing in the world is happiness, and you're not going to have happiness if you're a decent person unless you're doing right, you're living well, living right.
Living right,
Yes.
surrounded by good people.
Yes, hopefully a loving life, a fulfilled life, and a good life where you're hurting no one.
So, do you believe in love?
Of course, sure. Love of everything, love of life, love of self, love of God.
So does love conquer all was going to be my next question, but
Essential.
clearly.
There's none. I'm very spiritual and dedicated to God. My way, it's what got me through this. And to me, that's what the answer lies in all of that. I've used it all in my life to succeed as a businessman, to get through all this. To keep me healthy and happy, I need God.
And would you say you fall in love every 5 minutes? With something?
I do find you girls, many of you, beautiful. It's a little flaw I might have, but in love, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I do actually. You happen to be pretty cute.
Lust. Cute? I hate that word.
Gorgeous.
Yes, that's better.
She is gorgeous, isn't she?
Um,
He knows, he's taking the pictures.
So, next question. What qualities do you like in a woman?
What qualities do I like in a woman? I want decency, goodness. I do mean that.
Faith.
Faith.
Like
Did you say
faithful, loyal.
Faithful, loyal, of course. You have to have that. If you're in a
Especially at your
relationship-
ripe old age.
I know, now I want that. Right?
Yeah.
No, but I do
You're ready to
believe.
settle down.
No, and you have to have someone you're attracted to, physically.
It's
got to be that, but then it's got to be more. I've been physically attracted to people that I later was not so attracted anymore.
You and everyone else in the world.
Right. So, but that teaches us. When you're younger, it's like they're cute. Everyone's going to be pretty. or, that certainly isn't all of it.
So would you say maybe you would look for the same qualities in a woman to a certain extent that you would look for in someone you were hiring for sales? Confident?
In a relationship, you do want someone, I want someone warm and decent, someone interested in me as much as I am in them. That helps. And things like that.
Gotcha. So what business should I go into to get rich today?
Let me tell you. First off, you have to follow your heart.
I agree.
If you don't love what you're doing, it's going to be very difficult to do it as often as you need to do it.
Totally.
So you have to find something you love. But again, the things I said to you earlier, you have to see what type of person. There are people who are workers, there are people who are owners. If you want to create wealth, very often it's in ownership. And if it's not in ownership, higher education can lead you to the profession where you can earn more.
But follow your heart.
You've got to follow your heart and your brain.
Totally. Agreed. So what is your radio show about?
I hope this radio show, I think, can be great. My background also, my father had a very big nightclub for many years in Brooklyn. We had
so you've been an entertainer for years.
I actually think that's why I was a good salesman too, because it was just the whole social process, and being hospitality oriented. So, I'm sorry, what was the last thing you asked?
What's your radio show all about?
Yes, so the radio show can go in more than one direction depending on where it leads us.
Called Mark Hanna's World.
Yes, and I think it's topical, new on current events.
Yep.
But I think leaning more towards, with my partner, Richard Chen, who's a journalist, master's degree from Columbia, and an attorney, and I'm the broker MBA, maybe leaning towards that to some extent. Although we've also discussed, topics such as Wall Street, business, the economy, the law, politics.
Sex, dating.
Sex and dating, yeah, okay.
I was just going to say, who's on the show? Who's on the show with you? Who's on the show with you?
Yes, We're looking for beautiful women for the show. Do you know any?
Last one standing.
That's right.
You can hear me on the radio show. Hi, I'm Isabelle Dungan, and I'm here with Mark Hanna. If you'd like to tune into his radio show, Mark Hanna's World, go to nytalkradio.net. Hey, Mark.
Yes, Isabelle.
You like speaking publicly, don't you?
Well, I've had to do it in my career for years, and I still do. Yes, it's important. It's necessary.
Well, viewers, Mark is available for speaking engagements. If you would like to contact his agent, you can email him at wesleyleealan@aol.com.
Good idea.